Hello everyone and welcome back to Andrew's Table. I think I sat down to film this video like 5 times this month because I wasn't quite ready to say these words out loud. So this isn't my normal home. I'm on a family trip in Dallas, Texas, and I just kind of had the courage to do this video now out of all these times. So I was like, let's go ahead and just film it. So it's gonna be a little loud because my family's upstairs and Ella's here, so it's very loud. You can tell from the title of this video, but if you have watched my channel since I've done my entire infertility journey, then you know how 2024 went for me. We went through 4 IUIs and 1 IVF, all which failed. And it really broke me and my husband, and I think my family too, like seeing how I took the whole situation. And it took a real big toll on my physical and mental health. So that's why we decided to take a gap year, and all of 2025 was just focused on traveling and focused on my husband and I. We focused on repaying our student loans all off. So there was a huge financial break for us in 2025. And we were just hoping to go the natural route in hopes that a baby would come to us naturally. But it didn't, and that is why I am here right now. And I decided to share why we decided to pick up the needles again and try IVF Round 2. Taking a break was the hardest and best thing we could have done. In 2024, our entire identity was infertility. Every 28 days to 30 days was a cycle of hope and grief. In 2025, we just wanted to be us again. And we've heard all the advice, right? Like, just relax and it'll happen. Go on vacation and you'll get pregnant. And we went on so many vacations in 2025. In retrospect, I think 2025 was still a great year because we accomplished a lot, and our biggest happiness would come out of if we can get pregnant. And it wasn't that, but everything else went great. I think spiritually, like religiously, I was doing far greater than I ever was in 2024. So yes, there was a lot of wins. 2025. So yes, there was a lot of wins in 2025, except pregnancy. At the end of 2025, my husband and I had to really sit down and have a serious conversation about what we wanted to do. The miracle didn't happen, but the clock didn't stop either. I think I came to a realization that I was healed emotionally and mentally, but maybe our dream of a baby was still at the clinic. I really thought I wouldn't be back here. This is me at my first IVF meeting. I decided to go with a different clinic, and I really liked my doctor. I completely changed my practice. So I got a new OB who I'm in love with, and I found a new IVF clinic that I was thinking about. And then my doctor also was like, I think it'd be great if my OB was like, I think it'd be great if you change practices, because half of IVF is really all in the mental game. And if I'm going in thinking it didn't work the 5 times I had treatment with the previous doctor and clinic, then maybe I should move, because I might be going in with a really bad mentality. So found a new doctor, found new clinics, and I really like it so far. But all I really did was the first clinic, but I will get into how that first meeting went and where we are in the step right now. And I think when I left my previous clinic, I just really needed a break. I felt like I needed a break. My mind needed a break. My body needed a break. And I think the break was very necessary. And I was honestly so convinced that if I just let go, that it would happen naturally. And I know some of you might say, if it didn't work out all those times, why are you going back? And all of that is true. I mean, after 4 IUIs and 1 IVF, all of which failed, I think my heart really developed this scar tissue, like a scab. And I feel like I'm ready to go back because I'm a different person now. And I really know what to expect, even though not fully, to some degree, and I don't have as high hopes this time. If you guys know my personality, I'm just a type where I have to give it my all before I call quits on it. Why IVF didn't work out was because it's still in question, and my doctor was never able to give me a specific answer as to why. But upon talking with my new doctor, we think either I did prematurely ovulate, AMH is a little lower, so my total egg count is on the lower end. So we don't know if that really played a reason. She doesn't think there should have been a reason for me to have that low egg retrieved. So I had actually 1 egg retrieved out of like the couple follicles that I had. I think there was like minimum 5 to 8 or 9. And it did become an embryo. On day 4, it arrested. So going back to what I was talking about before with my new doctor, she wants to do run a bunch of different tests on me. Some repeats, a lot of repeats actually, and some new. So she did want to do this thing called karyotyping. And it's to see if there's something wrong with my eggs. Like, am I missing some chromosome? Like some X chromosome, I think is what she said. Like, is there some kind of genetic reason as to why I wasn't able to produce? Like, I don't think any of doing this will change my IVF protocol, but I think it's just something for her to know. And I guess it's a good thing for me to know too. Although this is where I was a little like, should I do this or not? Because I felt like it would have just stressed me out doing a genetic testing. Because even if we were to have multiple embryos, I would have done PGTA testing. But I don't know. I think I just want to go ahead and do everything that this new doctor is wanting to do. She's also going to do a cortisol test on me to see if my stress levels are very high. And we're going to redo basically all these testings, like thyroid and everything. My OB did want to check my A1C because sometimes I think diabetes can affect with it, but my A1C was 4.9, which is really good. So she was like, yeah, that's not something you should be worried about. Yeah, so we still don't know why, but hoping that some of these tests will bring us to an answer. If not, that's great too, because then it's like less for me to worry about. But let me know in the comments if any of you guys have done a karyotyping exam test and how that went and what you guys think about it. My new doctor actually does want to do things a little differently. So she was like looking back at the regimen, the drug regimen that I followed for my stimulation, which are the injections. And I think she does want to change some things. I was also on birth control with my old doctor, and that was something that I've never been on birth control in my life, and it was my first time, and I didn't like how I felt on it. I just didn't like how I felt. And this doctor was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. She said that for me, she wouldn't have done it if I didn't feel comfortable. And whatever it is with any of the things, like if I don't feel comfortable, she will not do it. So she's not gonna put me on any birth control. We're just gonna go straight into stimulations. So it might take some time, I think, we're not really sure yet with the timeline. She wants to figure everything out once she gets all the blood work back and the different tests that she's doing. But I know that she does want me to like be on like my cycle and then adjust everything, like all the IVF regimens to my regular cycle instead of putting me on a specific schedule that meets the doctor's needs. She just wants to be there for me. So the reason I had to be on birth control with the first one was because they do batch egg retrievals and batch transfers. So every other month is an egg retrieval, and then the other month is an egg transfer, is the embryo transfer. So that's why I needed to be on birth control to match the doctor's egg batch retrieval schedule. And this doctor says she won't do that. So if for some reason I'm about to ovulate while I'm on these drugs, even if that means like one of her colleagues has to do like an emergency egg retrieval, she'll go ahead and do that over putting me on medication that I don't feel comfortable with. And that's something that I really appreciated. So it just made me feel like, you know, this is the clinic. And just how reassuring she was with like wanting me to feel comfortable during all of this is something that I really liked. So that's kind of where I am with everything. Maybe some of you guys are in a break year too, like I was, or maybe some of you guys are starting IUI and IVF for the first time, or maybe you guys are on your second or third or fourth treatment plan, or even got like a negative test this morning and you're just on a YouTube rabbit hole, because that's something I used to do. I want to tell you that it's gonna be okay. You know, like I just felt like I wouldn't be okay if I didn't have a kid, but I'm okay. I'm doing okay, and life is still going, and life is still great other than the fact that I'm not pregnant. And it's okay to change your mind. Like, I don't want to do IVF, or I don't want to do IUI, and then go back to it like I am. Our natural year did not give us a baby, but it did give us our sanity to fight once more So if you're back in the fertility clinic this time around, please leave a comment below. We don't have to fight this battle alone. So I actually have a question for my TTC sisters out there. If you guys took a break and got back to the fertility clinic, what's one thing that kind of eased your mind and helped you with your anxiety about restarting the whole process again? I'll be reading through these comments while I stress eat some dark chocolates. Something I did decide to do differently this time was I was on a super strict keto diet, and I was very, very strict about it, and I think that stressed me out too. But it's something that my body wasn't used to, so I was putting my body into all of these like different regimens all at once, and I don't know if that helped either. But this time I decided to be a little lax. Like, yes, I will be eating healthier. Yes, I will not be eating fast food or anything like that, but I'm not gonna be as strict about the carbs and be so strict on keto. Like, I'm just gonna enjoy my half bowl of rice and things like that, or like my sourdough bread, I'm just gonna eat it. Or if I feel like treating myself to some ice cream after a super long day and I'm doing injections on top of that, I'm just gonna eat that scoop of ice cream. But let me know in the comments if this keto diet actually helped a lot of you guys while you're doing IVF, and if you think that makes a difference too. Well, I have a lot of questions that I want you guys to answer for me. So this is the plan. Have to still wait to get my period. I'm just assuming I'm gonna get my period. I don't even think I'm gonna get pregnant right before we decide to do IVF. So once I get my period on day 3, I have to go into the doctor and do a bunch of tests, blood tests. And that's the plan right now. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And then we'll figure out the treatment plan thereafter. I was wanting to hide this cycle because I just felt like 2024 was so hard for me, and filming these videos was really hard because I had to edit it, and it felt like I was reliving through the trauma that I experienced while doing these fertility treatments because I just did not react well to it. I remembered, and I looked through the emails and the DMs that I got from so many of you guys that felt so like, that felt less alone during the journey through me. And I just felt like I just helped so many people. Like, why would I not do this again? So I think you guys really gave me the courage to share this journey again with you guys. And hopefully good news comes out of it. But also I don't want to keep my hopes up too high. So it's official. I will be vlogging this entire journey once more. The good, the bad, the very bloated, the bruises on my stomach, all of that. I'm just gonna share it all with you guys. I'm scared to hope again, but I'm willing to do it again if it can help at least one person out there watching this video. Thank you for being a part of Angie's Table, and hit subscribe and continue to watch my videos if you want to walk this road with me. And I'll see you on the next one.